People deluded. I'm back again. Thank you very much for watching. Now, yeah, we might as well review September. As you know, last year I was reviewing month by month both of Arsenal and the Premier League and just providing my thoughts. Agreed, a bias towards the top six. And this month I'm not really going to talk about the bottom things and all of them things because it's quite irrelevant. But in regards to the top six, we might as well review it. So let's start. Who should we start with? Let's start with Manchester City, who I've got. Obviously, I've got the information in front of me, but yeah, we might as well start with City. I mean, City first, just showing their quality this month as well, and it's ironic because I actually believe that I do think they're playing well. And they're playing amazing. They're playing splendid football. But I actually believe the City side is not really where it was last year, and it can go up several levels. To be fair, obviously the season is more or less just over a month in, so they're not gonna be clicking, be getting the management's tactics, and have the fitness levels are not all going to be at optimal levels and as full capacity as it can be later on in the season. But so far so good. I mean, it's lovely watching Sterling start off well. I think Aguero started the season well. Gundogan, Bernardo Silva's definitely on crud. Sane's been dropped but back in last night, and you saw what he did. Mendy started off well. It's just quality throughout the whole side, man. And I mean, they've been dealing with what they need to deal with. A close call against Newcastle, I won't lie. 2-1, 2-1 victory. I liked their performance in their victory against Cardiff. They dealt with Brighton, and they dealt with Fulham. So yeah, like there's really not much more to say about Manchester City. They're just doing their thing and showing why they're ahead of everybody. Now, Man United, they sit 10th. Can't buy a win at the moment. It seems to be definitely... It is exaggerating a bit because I do believe they have 2 wins this month. I could be wrong off the top of my head. I'll check the... In fact, no, I won't. But, yeah, they sit 10th. Woeful kind of... For me, away from... Before you talk about the results, it's how they're playing. It does feel... I don't think United will sack Jose Mourinho tomorrow or next week or whatever, but I do. By the same token, I think there's a good possibility by next week Jose Mourinho might not have a job purely because, again, I'm not a United fan. I wasn't following it like that, and I haven't got any examples to hand. But for me, outside of looking in, it feels like when it got to that final stage under David Moyes and Louis van Gaal, it's like they're going through the motions. The players, whether they don't want to be here, they don't want to play for the manager, that they're not good enough. Regardless, it just feels like this is the end. Like it's gone now, innit? Like they're not playing for him, they're not even playing for themselves, they're not even playing for the shirt. Like it's done. The football is predictable. It's also political with some of the players as well. Jose's dropping people, not including them in the 18. I mean, how he set up against West Ham, home or away, give or take, is not how Manchester United should set up 9 times out of 10. Obviously, if the only time I should see a Manchester United side, set up like that is if they're playing Barcelona or teams like that in the Champions League mad tie where they need to get something out of it. That's the only time most people will accept that's acceptable, and even some people will have an issue with that. The way they're playing, it looked like 5 at the back. It looked like midfielders ridiculously sitting. And no disrespect to West Ham, but why are you doing that against West Ham? They can't keep a clean sheet equally this season. They have been kind of shaky. Like I couldn't understand it. I believe they beat they lost 2-1 to Watford, if I remember rightly. Correct me if I'm wrong. They dropped 3 points against Wolves with the draw. They lost to West Ham, like I said, but then they beat Burnley, and I'm so sure there's another win there for them. I could be wrong. Let me check their results quickly on their lappy. But yeah, Man United, if I had to give A, B, or C, I'd give it an F, to be honest with you, because it just, for whatever reason, it just hasn't been, sorry about that, people, hasn't been happening for Man United. But if we just pre their results quickly, Manchester United results, yeah, man, it's been mad. Like 2-0 victory against Burnley. Is that even this month? Yeah, 2-0 victory against Burnley. They lost to Spurs 3-0 last month. 2-0 against Burnley. 2-1 victory against Watford. Sorry, I was wrong about that. They beat Watford. In fact, I was right. They beat Watford. Then they drew with Wolves. And obviously, against West Ham, they lost 3-1. So when you look at it like this, it does feel like people are exaggerating a bit, taking it over the top and things like that. But probably a big part of that is actually what's happened in the month before, in the sense that essentially they obviously lost to Spurs, they obviously lost to Brighton, and even their results that they've won, it's been a bit shaky. Even if you look at against Derby, where they lost and Lampard was gully bopping on them thing there and doing the lingo on Old Trafford. But yeah, they've had a sending off against Burnley, sending off against Fulham, against Watford. So yeah, it hasn't been plain sailing, but when I look at this, it does feel like everybody, myself included, are talking in extremes in regards to Man United then, because it doesn't look half as, where's this gone now? That is annoying. It doesn't look half as bad. Where the hell, people? This is why I like a pen and paper, because this Mac, I've just, oh, here we are. Here we go. I lost the page. So United 10th, can't buy a win. They really got to get their acts together against Valencia midweek in the Champions League. But yeah, they sit 10th. The only good thing I can say for them is that the league's not done yet, and yeah, man, it's not over yet. So until it's over, it's not over until it's over. You can get your act together, but yeah, they've all got to start pulling players, managers, staff, boardroom. There's got to be some accountability, and there's got to be some united direction in the sense that we're all moving in the same direction. So yeah, that's United done. Liverpool. I mean, Liverpool's been cool for them. I mean, they beat Spurs. They beat Leicester 3-0. No, they beat Leicester. They won 3-0 against Southampton. They're second and level on points with Manchester City. They're doing what they need to do. I mean, most people will take a draw against Chelsea as well. I mean, on one hand, they should really have taken 3 points. They had enough chances, and they should have shut the game out against Chelsea. I'm sorry. Chelsea on one hand, had chances to shut the game out and things like that, but they didn't do it against Liverpool. Both sides would be happy with a point, and Liverpool, Stamford Bridge away, as an Arsenal fan, I envy you walking away with a point. Sitting second, myself included, we said this is a side that really should be going for the league, and if they don't, question marks should be asked, then they're handling their business. Obviously, you've got Chelsea as well in third, playing some amazing football, can improve defensively. Do you think probably they shouldn't have let Michy Batshuayi go out on loan, because the striker thing is probably what kills them, because I look at it, great football with Jorginho, Kovacic, Hazard, but if Hazard's not at it and you need a striker, I don't know if Giroud's going to be that man. So yeah, they're doing their thing, man. Hazard looks hungry, Sarri looks serious, they're playing great football, they beat Bournemouth. They drew with West Ham, which they really shouldn't have. They really should have been a bit more clinical against Liverpool, and they would have walked away with 3 points, but 2 points dropped. Only issues about them are defensively, because you do get a lot of chances against Chelsea, but they're doing their thing, man. So yeah, they deserve to sit where they're sitting. Spurs sit fourth on goal difference against us. We're kind of paying for what happened to us in August with our defeats, but they sit fourth. Tactically outclassed by Liverpool, sorry, and obviously Pochettino probably held his hands up for getting the tactics wrong. Defeat against Watford, they beat Brighton and Huddersfield, so they can live to fight. Obviously, they lost to Inter Milan in the Champions League, so question marks are being asked about them, and they just about beat Watford in the League Cup. So maybe they need a slightly fresh approach to tactics and things like that. But they're grinding through, but question marks are being asked of them on the sly as well. Then obviously you've got us. We sit fifth, 5 wins in 5. We finally got a couple of clean sheets. Yeah, man, it's decent being Arsenal. I mean, I don't feel we're playing as great as we can. I mean, late flurries against Leicester. Why do I keep saying Leicester? Against Watford and Everton, kind of overshadow them games, but we walk away with the 3 points. Newcastle was kind of nervy, but we walk away with the 3 points. Decent win against Brentford and Wolfsburg, but Brentford could have scored even more against us, if I remember correctly. So yeah, man, we're just handling our business. 7 from 7 in all comps, 5 wins from 5 in the Premier League. The main thing for me, anyways, is putting a run of form together, raising our performance, chasing the perfect performance. Can we improve defensively? Of course. Can we improve offensively? Of course, because I still don't feel we're testing goalkeepers enough or presenting enough chances to our strikers, or even our strikers are taking enough chances. So that would be it for me, to be fair, man. So yeah, probably if you're an Arsenal, City, Liverpool fan, you're cool.